Now, I want to add a really cool 3D pan or turn on my logo. I'm going to go into my Effects folder in my project window, and I'm going to type in Basic 3D. And you'll see we have a basic 3D effect. I'm going to click and hold and drag that to my logo. In the Effects control panel, I get all kinds of cool stuff that I can play with. So I'm going to take my time slider in the Effects control window and move it to the beginning. I'm going to keyframe by clicking the toggle animation little stopwatch next to the word swivel. I'm then going to change the zeros to 90s, and you'll see that my logo will turn sideways, almost disappearing. I'm then going to move my time slider in the Effects control window to the end of my logo. And then I'm going to change my 90 to a 0. Now if I go back and I play my logo, you'll see the effect that we get. Now, I want to add a cool lightning effect to my MGT intro. I'm going to go over to the Effects panel in my project window, go to the search bar, and type in lightning. And we get this cool lightning effect. I'm going to click it and drag it onto my MGT. And there's our lightning. Doesn't look like much now, but it will look cooler. So in our Effects control panel, we have a lightning effect added. These are all the things we can change about this lightning. I'm going to move my time slider to right about when my logo starts to appear. I'm going to click on the word lightning in the Effects control panel, and you see we get the two dots, one starting at the beginning and one starting at the end of the lightning bolt. I'm going to click the first one and drag it up to the top. Then I'm going to click the second one and drag it down to the bottom. Then we can play a little bit and see what it looks like. Pretty cool so far. Let's change a few things about our lightning. I think I want to change the color so it matches more of my title. So I'm going to go into my lightning, go down to where it says outside color, and click on the color box. And I'm going to change it to more of a red to match my title. Then I'm going to go to the inside color and change it to a lighter red. It's coming out a little bit pink. Let's try and adjust some more and see what we can come up with. Looking a little bit better. We'll just have to keep playing with the colors to get it how we like. Now that I've got my lightning looking how I want, and I decided to go with more of a white, I'm going to actually duplicate this lightning by right-clicking on the lightning itself, copying it, right-clicking again, and pasting it. This gives me two lightnings. So if I scroll down, you see I have two lightnings. I'm going to click on the top one and move it to the other side. Now when I play, I'll have lightning on both sides. We can always change and make our lightning different on each sides. We can play with some of these different numbers to see what kind of results we can get. Maybe I'll turn down the aptitude a little bit. The aptitude is the amount that the lightning goes. So if we play it, we'll see the one on the right goes a little bit slower than the one on the left. Not quite as crazy, right? You can go through and play with all of these numbers to see what kind of results you can get. That way you can have it looking exactly how you want. Next, I want to put a nice little transition or a fade from my first clip to my second clip. So what I'm going to do is come into my Effects folder in my project window, and I'm going to type in Dissolve. Under Video Transition Dissolve, we're going to select Additive Dissolve and move it onto our MGT. I don't quite want it to be that long, so I'm going to scroll it in just a little bit, like that. Now if we play it, you'll see we get a nice fade from our MGT to our logo. Looks really nice. At the end of our logo turnaround or pan, it stops very quickly and cuts off. I want it to hold this position for a few seconds so my viewers can see my logo. So what I'm going to do is move my time slider to the end of my logo. I'm going to right click on my timeline and I'm going to go to Add Frame Hold. This creates a still image of that specific frame. So now I can make this a little bit longer, and you'll see that when I play my video, it will hold my rotation at the very end for as long as I want it to. Looking good. I think I'll actually extend it a little bit more. Nice.